A ticket to the NJAC championship game is on the line here in Glassboro, and we are back for second half action. Aaron Hook, Nick Rizzo with you here on the call here at SB Gymnasium on the campus of Rowan University in Glassboro, New Jersey. Rowan leading this one 45-34 as we are about a minute away from second half tip-off. And with the winner of this one advancing and again taking on, as you heard Danny Ryan tell you during the halftime show, either Stockton or Montclair State, two teams that Rowan has played very well against in the regular season. That I think either would be a great matchup, but it's going to be really interesting to see how Rowan finishes this one off. They led by as much as 14 there in the beginning of that half, and look, up 11 right now. You had the late run by TCNJ at the end of the half, Nick. What are you looking for out of the Profs here in half number 2 to go home with a berth in the NJAC title game?
Well, the expectation is nothing less than to just continue their dominance, not just in this game, but what they've done all season. They've displayed that they are the clear favorite in the NJAC conference this year, and in this game, they've just solidified that. A dominant first half. You mentioned the late TCNJ run. We saw Birch give them a little bit of a spark down the stretch offensively, but I'm not sure if it's sustainable if you're the Lions, just because the Profs have so many different ways to attack you offensively and defensively. So overall, the Profs just need to keep their foot on the gas. Definitely don't get complacent. Play with the same energy you did in the first half. The Profs had so much aggression in the first half on the boards, defensively, whatever it was. They played with their heart, and they put their best foot forward. So that needs to continue in the second half, and good things will come.
Profs will send their starting 5 out to begin half number 2. Dickerson, Cedar, Vilmar, Knoll, and Ross. And on the other side, TCNJ will also answer with their starting 5. Got Pat Haydens, Jason Larineda, Jim Clemente with Danny Bodine and Anthony DeTero. As here is Knoll with the turnaround jumper. A nifty move. Great footwork there along the left side baseline by Knoll as he hits the follow away over Bodine and opens up the scoring here in the second half. 47-34. Rowan by 13. Larineda with a quick try to answer with a 3 from the left wing. No good, but there's Clemente again on the offensive glass, grabbing it and putting it back up and in for 2. Talked about TCNJ dead last in the NJAC in terms of offensive rebounding, but they've done a good job so far here today as the score there by Knoll. Another one for Jazeer, spinning into the lane and finishing off the glass. 49-36. Here is Bodine. Now Clemente controls. Here with the veteran TCNJ starting 5. 4 out of the 5 guys are seniors, with Higgins being a sophomore. And here is Bodine into the lane with the floater up and good. Knoll pull-up mid-range jumper, no good. Trying to stay hot there, missed it strong. Here comes DeTero, trap on the double of Vilmar and Ross near the timeline. They're able to find Larineda, and the hook shot good there by Clemente, who has suddenly scored 4 points in the last minute or so, and game is now single digits, 49-40. Not for long. Marcellus Ross, who was red hot from 3 in the first half, he's down another one for the left wing.
Ross picking up right where he left off in the first half. Had a bit of a rough season compared to last year, but playoff time last year, he rose to the occasion, and he's doing so again right now.
And Ross nearly forcing a turnover there, trying to knock it away from Higgins just inside half court. So Ross, with his 5th 3, he's got a game-high 15 points. And like you said, Nick, his scoring average as well as his shooting percentages have taken a dip this year pretty significantly, but like you also said, last time, playoff time, was when he really shined the brightest and made a case to be maybe the Profs' #1 option coming into the year. And then obviously a guy named Jazeer Knoll arrives, and Ross is going to take a little bit of a back seat, but we know how well he plays when the stage is the biggest.
Yeah, and when I talked to Ross last week, he said this is basically the same team as last year, except we just added the best player in the NJAC conference. So the Profs fully believe that this is the year that they can win it, and they are looking to take advantage.
Dickerson, guarded by Larinade, driving, right elbow, spins, floats it up, missed it just short. Great move by Dickerson, couldn't finish. Here comes DeCaro now for TCNJ, and he gets it poked away and he loses it. There's been a few times tonight where DeCaro, I think, is just trying to do too much with the ball. Rowan is sending double teams at him, Nick, and they've done a good job knocking it away from him, and he's lost it out of bounds now like a few times tonight.
Yeah, great job by Joe Crispin. His team is showing some adjustments early in the second half.
And there, Noel throws it away. It was a good idea. He drew two defenders as he drove the lane. Was looking for Vilmar in the block, but passing a little bit too much on it. DeAndre couldn't handle it. Out of bounds. Profs turn it over. Now the Lions control. DeCaro driving the baseline. Checked by the much bigger Cedar, but with a head fake, he gets around him and he baits it in. It's a nifty move there by Anthony DeCaro, 6'1". As here comes Vilmar trying to answer, and he does. Vilmar just muscling his way to the rim that time.
And Vilmar flexing a little bit after that bucket. That one was hard-earned.
Here comes Higgins. Guarded by Ross. Left wing for Lorena. Now back to Pat Higgins. Higgins 4 points in that first half. He'll try a three, and it's good from straight on over Marcellus Ross. Higgins coming into the game at 33% from downtown. Ross with a right wing three. He leaves it short. DeCaro with the rebound. 54-45. Profs lead it by 9. DeCaro now accelerating to the cup and finishing off the glass with the left hand. Got around Noel and scooped it up and in over the outstretched arm of Cedar. And it's 54-47, 16-13 left to play here in the ball game. But all of a sudden, TCNJ is cut into a 7-point game here, Nick.